Hi, this is Melanie for Pardesi Reviews, and I'm here to do a review of the Malayalam film Salute, starring Dulquer Salmaan. If you're new to Pardesi Reviews, I do trailer reactions and film reviews of Indian cinema. I finally was able to watch Salute a few weeks after it came on the SonyLIV streaming service. My husband was joking with me when he saw that I told him that I was watching it a few weeks late, and he looked at me and he knows how I am, what a fan I am of Dulquer. He's like, who even are you? Are you kidding? I waited a couple weeks. Okay. All right, maybe I have to turn in my fan club card. I don't know. This film is directed by Rosshan Andrrews and written by the team Bobby-Sanjay. Now, they've given us other films around the concept of film, like Mumbai Police, which is one of my all-time favorite Malayalam films. Dulquer was also a producer of this film. I really loved his character, Arvind, that is someone who kind of gets with the film is not linear. He plays a sub-inspector, and the beginning of the film we see him seemingly planting evidence. And okay, the very beginning we see him trying to research an old case. Coming back, he says, I'm on leave, and he's trying to, at the place where he used to be a sub-inspector, trying to dig up the old files. And then we have a flashback. I like that transitioning, like he fires up his old motorcycle, and then we see a scene of him with another police officer seemingly planting evidence. And the film is really dealing with his guilt over that whole sequence. And he has a close family member who is involved. And he knows if he does find the truth of what really, who was really responsible for the double murder of a couple, that it could shake the foundations of his entire family. So there's a lot at stake. The first half of the film especially I found extremely compelling. It's nonlinear. We kind of going back and forth. He comes back to his family for a wedding, and he has Diana Pinty's plays his partner, live-in girlfriend, and that creates a little bit of a stir in the family, that he brings his live-in girlfriend and insists that they share a room at the family. But she doesn't have a key role to play in the narrative other than as a sounding board for him to kind of explain some of what is going on in his head about the events that are happening. And I will admit, in the second half, the narrative, there's, he's chasing after this real suspect that had, that an innocent person has been framed, and he's after trying to find the real person, and there's all sorts of identity theft, and it's just like it goes on and on and on. And the ending kind of just ended for me in a fizzling out rather than I don't know, it just was not a strong impact for me, the very ending. Now, the message of the film, of the real life issues of police corruption, of them being co-opted by pressures of elections and politicians to solve cases quickly that the public is in an uproar about. All of these are real things. I think Dulquer's sincere portrayal of this person who has done wrong and wanting to make things right, even at all the personal cost to him and his family, admirable. I love the way Dulquer played the part. I love the way the director did the sort of his entry into the film, his sort of hero entry. I just, when he barrels his way through a crowd in his cop uniform, loved all of that. And then, I don't know, just the second half to me became so convoluted and really complex. And then, like I said, I didn't feel the full payoff. This is not anything like Mumbai Police, but I just remember the payoff of the end at Mumbai Police just left me going, wow, not the same kind of film at all. I'm not implying that any of the issues are the same. I'm just saying, as far as a narrative payoff, I didn't feel the same about. I just felt like this film was too drawn out. It's 2 hours. I don't know, 2 hours and 15 minutes. I don't know. Like if the narrative, if the script had been tightened up. And I'm not demanding constant shootouts or anything like that, but I don't know. It just kind of lost me a little bit in the second half. I'll just be honest with you. But I admire it. I admire Dulquer's performance. The background music, by the way, is by Jakes Bejoy. This narrative is never broken with a love song or a montage song or anything. That's not the kind of film that this is. This is a kind of a police procedural narrative. So, there's none of that. It's just background music, and that was quite good. I always enjoy Jakes Bejoy music. So, I don't know. I'm left of mixed feelings about this film. I mean, it is on streaming. I'm not telling you to go out and buy a movie ticket for this film. And if it wasn't in theaters, I would hesitate a little bit. I would say, wait for streaming. But it is already on streaming. So, I don't know. Maybe give it a chance. I know these issues are really important in India right now, and I'm admiring a film that's really looking at shades of gray and looking at how someone who is a young officer can be pressured into situations, and then how do you make it right? How do you live with the guilt of framing an innocent person? All these questions are not easy, and I'm glad for a film that's kind of examining it. I just wish that it had a stronger second half. All right. Let me know what you thought about this film in the comments below. Follow me on Twitter at PardesiYT. Follow me on Instagram at Pardesi Reviews. And if you hit the bell when you subscribe, you'll never miss another trailer reaction or film review.